and welcome to the breakout session for the Microsoft Store on Windows. In this session, we'll show you all the great things coming to the Microsoft Store to help you be more successful on Windows. We'll talk about new APIs to help you manage your app submission directly from your build pipelines, analytics to help you understand how your app is performing on the store, and new tools to help you attract and engage with more customers on Windows. I know you're going to love what we have to show you today, but first, let me share the journey we've been on over the last year and just how far we've come. We built the new Microsoft Store around developer needs and a beautiful user experience at its very core. Windows is an open platform designed to empower you to build great experiences. So it's been vital for us to help you get your code to customers as quickly and as easily as possible. We're committed to choice, fairness, and innovation. The new store welcomes all developers, regardless of your choice of framework, packaging technology, or commerce platform. You could be a Windows developer, a progressive web apps developer, a React Native, Flutter, or Electron developer, or even an Android developer distributing your apps on the Amazon App Store. You're all welcome on Windows. Understanding the need for flexibility and fairness, last year we announced new policies that allow app developers to keep 100% of the revenue they make to the store when they use their own commerce platform. Developers that choose the Microsoft Commerce Platform get competitive rev share terms as well, 85% for apps and 88% for games when distributing through the Microsoft Store. The new store welcomed Win32 apps for the very first time and introduced engaging new customer experiences like stories and collections. But the store is more than just a place for app discovery. It's a distribution platform to help you get more customers. We wanted to extend the same benefits you get on the store to the web, so your customers can install your apps directly from your website using the pop-up store experience. Downloading an installer file, finding the installer on disk, and going through wizards are now a thing of the past. As one of the most used apps on the PCs, the store gets your app in front of an engaged audience on Windows, always looking for new experiences. When we introduced the new store on Windows 11, we saw 3 times the number of visits over the previous store. Customers are changing the way they find and install apps on Windows, and these moments of engagement create new growth opportunities for developers. And developers are excited about these opportunities. More and more are bringing their apps to the store. In the first 3 months of 2022, we saw more than a 50% growth in new apps and games compared to the same period last year before we launched the new store. Of course, we think the Microsoft Store is the best place to launch your apps, but you don't have to take it from us. Developers bring us their apps for many different reasons, some of which you saw in the keynote earlier. Now, before we dive into exciting new features that are coming, I want to take a moment to celebrate some of the great developers and partners who brought their apps to the store. We asked our customers to choose what were some of their favorite apps on the store, and we're excited to announce the winners of the first Microsoft Store App Awards. Check out aka.ms/Store App Awards later this week to find out who the winners are, and be sure to try out their apps. The Microsoft Store is the best way to target over 1 billion Windows devices, and I can't wait to see you there. Check out aka.ms/new store to learn more. And now, as we end our waitlist program for Win32 apps and welcome all developers, I'm going to hand it over to Pete to share some of the great things that are coming for Win32 developers.
Thanks, Nitya. I want to talk to you all today about some of the goodness we're bringing for traditional desktop application developers who publish their apps through the store. We refer to these apps collectively as Win32 apps, but really we're talking about all the desktop application technology that you use and love today. Everything from C++ to .NET with WPF and Windows Forms and MAUI to Electron and Rust and Flutter and Pascal and everything else that's used to build desktop applications today. These are the applications which, quite frankly, are what make the Windows ecosystem and the Windows platform so powerful. But historically, these applications haven't had an easy way to track analytics from everything from acquisition from the store all the way through to actual use. I'm happy to say we're changing all that. If you publish your Win32 application through the store, we're able to provide some great insights, not just in how the application performs in use, but how the install process works as well. So I've logged into my Partner Center dashboard where I can see my published Win32/desktop application. I've noticed that I have a number of install failures. I mean, the PC ecosystem is huge and diverse, so this isn't all that unusual that a desktop app installer may hit an edge case on a particular device configuration. But with a traditional desktop app, you don't normally get any analytics at this stage. It's all happening at the install step. So our install logic works to handle the known MSI codes gracefully, but there are other return codes from MSI and exe installers which are meaningful and actionable really only to you as the developer. You normally need a lot of infrastructure in place to capture this data. But now, when you distribute your Win32 app via the store, you get access to all that data for free. You can slice and dice the data here so you can see, for example, if it's failing on certain hardware configurations, Windows versions, or something else. Again, super useful information and a really good reason to publish your Win32 app to the store. This is something that we have been proving out with some partners over time here, and we're excited to say that we're making it available to all Win32 application developers who publish their apps in the store today. I'm going to fix the install problem offline here, but while I was here, I noticed I've been given some bad reviews based on the spelling in the app. I mean, that's really embarrassing, but hey, it happens. So I need to figure out what happened here. This looks rather suspect. Shen. First commit of the year. To the resource file. This is what happens when your manager has rights to your repo. I bet I'm going to find a bunch of U's here in this check-in. Let's merge. And yep, there we are. Colors with a U. I'm vindicated. At least it wasn't my spelling mistake. Shen, this is all your fault. And of course, a git blame would have given me all that info anyway. So obviously I need to go fix this now. Now, before I publish this, I want to talk to you about another cool feature that we're bringing to Win32 application developers. And that is the ability to use continuous integration and continuous delivery from GitHub to publish your application right in the store. Now, this is built upon our store APIs, but if you wanted to do this yourself, you could build this using these same RESTful APIs in the store. And there are three main categories that you would want to look at. The first is for asset management, being able to update and manage those assets per language. The second is updating the metadata for your application listing. So, for example, the store listing data, the description, the markets, the prices, all of that can be updated through the store metadata. And then finally, and this is the one that we're interested in for this example, is the packages fetch and update. And that enables you to take your application and publish it into the store and update the packages into the store as part of that API. Now, that's built upon a simple OAuth authentication mechanisms, which uses Azure Active Directory for the security there. Now, if you don't have your own Azure Active Directory tenant, we can provide one for you for free. So let's take a look. This is the new action in GitHub Marketplace. It's easy to install in the repo and is configured through a YAML file, which contains your build information, publishing information, and links to the secrets. Here's the YAML file I've already uploaded to my repo. It has a few key sections. So first is the build section, which tells the action how to build a project. In this case, it's a .NET 6 WPF project, so we're invoking the .NET build tools. Next is the upload to CDN step. I've collapsed that to hide the URL, but it's a step to take your package and upload it to a version URL that the store can consume for your Win32 app. And finally, we have the store submission step. It uses our secrets to hold the store identifier info and then update and publish the package. Of course, since I often test my code in production, we're going right from check-in to publishing here. Okay, time to fix Shen's spelling. I see the resx file for ENUS has the extra U's in there, so I'll just quickly change those. Of course, I could just revert as change, but it's easy enough for me to do this here. Never let your manager have merge rights in your repo. I'll just commit this here right from within Visual Studio. Of course, I need to give it some kind of meaningful comment. So fixed Shen's. Wonderful. Yeah, that's the word I'm going to use. UK spelling. There we are. All good. And let's commit this. Finally, I need to merge this. So let's get merged. Oh yeah, just habit. And let me push it to our main branch. And now
The really neat thing about this is right at this point, it's going to kick off that GitHub action, which is going to build this and publish it to the store. So let's take a look how that's working. So here we can see the action is queued up. And now through the magic of online edited down demos, we're going to skip through a lot of the build steps here and go right to uploading to the CDN and publishing. This is, I should mention, a pre-release action here, and it's likely to change a bit before it hits production, which will be around the time when you see this. So now we've built the app, it's uploaded it to the CDN, and now it's going through the store submission process and updating that store metadata with the CDN's URL. So it's super simple way to be able to take your stuff directly from GitHub and get it published in the store for a Win32 app.
I'm really excited to announce that we're making this continuous integration, continuous delivery GitHub action available to Win32 application developers in the store today.
I feel pretty good about my update, so it's time to take advantage of a feature we're currently testing and will release soon, responding to the Review and Partner Center to let them know that it's all fixed. This is something that we've previously made available for other types of apps, but it's brand new for Win32 apps, so I'm pretty excited about that. So there we go, all sorted.
As you can tell, I'm really excited about all the great things we're bringing for Win32 application developers, and I'm hoping that they help you find your own success in the Microsoft Store and Windows. Now that my application is in a good place, I want to go and take advantage of some of the new features we have for Microsoft Ads in the store. And for that, I'm going to turn this over to Nita to talk more about it. Nita?
Thanks, Pete. Hi, everyone. I'm excited to share with you a new way to improve the visibility of your app in the Microsoft Store. We know that getting your app, game, or other content in the hands of customers is hard, which is why I'm pleased to announce that we will soon start testing a new product that will leverage Microsoft advertising, which is already used by thousands of advertisers to reach millions of customers worldwide. Developers will be able to create and run ad campaigns to target potential customers who are most likely to find their apps relevant and useful on the store. In this part of the breakout, I want to give you a glimpse into the products that we'll be testing and making available to more developers in the future. My app, Contoso Suite, is an audio streaming app that has been doing pretty well on the store. I just launched podcasts on the platform, and I want to increase the awareness of my app among Windows customers who like music or other audio content. To get started, let's head over to the Microsoft Advertising landing page. You might already be familiar with this portal and experience if you leverage Microsoft Advertising today to reach customers on the web. Here, you can see all the ways in which Microsoft Advertising can help my business. In this case, I want to improve my app's discoverability on the Microsoft Store and to drive app downloads, so I'm going to choose that option. The new experience you'll see today is specific to campaigns for the Microsoft Store. Please stay tuned to the end to learn how to participate during our testing period. Once I provide my brand name and details, Microsoft Store will automatically sync details about my app to Microsoft Advertising. And my app assets will be exported as well. This means I don't have to provide creative assets like logos again. My campaign will use what I provided in Partner Center when I published my app to the store. Next, I will set up a new campaign for my app, Contoso Suite. I can give it a name and set a budget, say $25 per day. Since I have other apps in my portfolio, I can set up different campaigns for all my apps or multiple campaigns for each app. I can also choose days that I want to run my campaign and the times I want to display my ad. This can be particularly helpful if I am introducing an app into a new market that may be in a different time zone, or if I want to target customers at a particular time of day. I know from experience that Contoso Suite app customers like to use the app in the evenings. So that might be a good time for me to run my ad to acquire new customers. I can even make adjustments to my bid if I don't mind going over budget to get more customers. as I do want more people to try out our exciting new podcast feature. Unless I have an app on the store, I cannot run an ad campaign. This ensures that customers only see ads for published apps, games, and content on the store. Next, I choose my campaign priority, which can be helpful if I am running many campaigns at once. I can also choose to promote all my products or choose specific ones. Microsoft Store ensures only relevant ads are shown to customers searching for content on the store. In the future, I'll be able to reach out to potential customers who like music, entertainment, or audio content if I am running a campaign for Contoso Suite and trying to promote my new podcast feature. Once I'm done, my campaign will be eligible for the Microsoft Store. Now, let's go check out what the experience looks like for customers in the store. I'm on the Microsoft Store landing page. I'm going to search for a product similar to Contoso Suite to see what happens. Let's say I enter Fabricam in search box. No surprise, the top search result is Fabricam. The store also shows Contoso Suite alongside the best match result, improving my discoverability and giving potential customers a chance to try out the experience. They also ensure the ad is relevant to customers, respecting their privacy if they are minors or have chosen to opt out of personalized ads. Once my campaign is live in the store, I want to understand how it is performing. Within the Microsoft Advertising portal, I can view impressions, number of clicks, click-through rate or CTR, average CPC or cost per click, and the spend for my campaign, among many other insights. I can also generate these reports for offline viewing or if I need to share them with other teams at Contoso. These campaign performance reports will help me build a holistic view of how my campaigns are performing and take actions to tweak them in the future. We welcome you to be among the first to test this exciting new capability to market your apps to relevant Windows users and Microsoft Store. You can sign up on our waitlist by visiting aka.ms/newsstore. Again, that is aka.ms/newsstore. We hope you enjoyed this session where we shared why the store is a great platform for you to attract and engage more customers on Windows. We talked about some exciting new features for Win32 app developers, and we gave you a glimpse into new ways in which you can get in front of the right customers at the right time. We welcome you to the Microsoft Store, and I can't wait to see you there.